We know that the venous system and the lymphatic system are passive. They depend on muscle contraction to be able to work, to help move fluid. The H-wave allows us to do that. And it allows us to do that so that they don't get fatigued. We could have somebody do 1,000 squats or 1,000 leg extensions, and that would move the fluid, but that would make their muscles very tired. It would make them sore. That goes against what you're trying to do. I'm Wes Brown. I'm the Associate Athletic Trainer here at the University of Miami. I'm the Certified Athletic Trainer responsible for care of the men's basketball team, and I've been using the H-wave for around 4 years now. Interesting story about how we got to the H-wave is one of our coaches. They were out on vacation. They got injured while they were there. A person met up with them and used an electrical modality device on them, and it made them feel pretty good. So when they came back from that vacation, they came and talked to myself and the women's basketball athletic trainer about this machine, and we should try to get this for our student athletes that would be able to help them. So we had that person come in and demo the machine for us. Needless to say, the demo didn't go as great as the results that the coach apparently got while they were away. A short time after that, within that next week, I contacted Jay Sabo with the Miami Heat, and I asked what his opinion was on that particular machine. And his opinion of that machine wasn't very high either. But what he did tell me was, if you're really looking to try and get something that really does make a difference, you should try looking at the H-wave. I went to the website and looked at Gary Vidy's testimonial and looked at some of the literature, and I said, okay, this seems like something I should try. The fact that we can block pain and now let us do the things that we want to do with the person, be able to do fascial stretching techniques on them, or to do some active release, or to have them do their strengthening exercises. Those things are now allowed because of the H-wave's wondrous effects. If someone is unable to do exercises because of not only pain, but because of congestion, we can also address that with the H-wave. It allows me to do my job better, because those things that I want to do with my student athletes hands-on might be hindered by swelling or pain. The H-wave addresses both of those things, gets them out of my way, breaks that wall down, and allows me to now jump in and do those things that I want to do to get them further along in the process and get them further towards being back out there, pain-free and swelling-free. An interesting story I'll share with you is, I had a young man going up for a rebound. A guy fouled him in practice, and he landed on a flex knee, hit his knee against the floor. Well, obviously, me knowing my anatomy and knowing, how injuries work, that thing's going to swell up. He's going to lose motion overnight, and he's going to have an issue trying to play tomorrow, because it was the day where we were practicing the day before a game. So anytime anything happens the day before a game, that ratchets up the need to get them better faster. There was an instance where this young man sustained that injury, but his parents were in town. So unfortunately, him spending the night in the athletic training room really was not a viable option, is the best way to put it. What we did was we took the H-wave machine, we put 2 channels on it. We put one channel on to block pain, and we put the other channel on to elicit pumping, to try and pump the knee to try to keep the swelling from accumulating. What the young man did was, he had the machine on. He couldn't finish practice because of the pain. He went and showered, took the machine off the shower, got out of the shower, reapplied the machine, left for the evening. This was about 5:30 at night. He went out to eat dinner with his family and interact with them throughout the evening, kept the machine on. They went out to a restaurant. He had the machine there on the table, was pumping. He said people were looking at him in the restaurant, wondering why his leg was jumping underneath the table. He kept the machine on until about 11:30 that evening, when he finally took it off and went to sleep. He woke up about 7:30, showered, put the machine back on. Came into the athletic training room the next morning at about 11 to see me before shoot around. Not only was he 100% pain-free with deep pressure on the knee, he had no swelling, full range of motion, and full strength. When he left that evening, the knee had already begun to swell, and he was already starting to lose range of motion. What I can tell you factually is There's no other machine that I've utilized or that I know of that can get me those results. The more expensive machines, once again, I said I can't send them home with that. He can't take that to a restaurant and plug that in his table and be using it. The more expensive machines just don't do what the H-Wave does, period. Without utilizing the H-Wave in that situation, I can factually say we probably would not have had that young man available to play. We needed his activity, we needed him on the floor. I can tell you without the H-Wave being involved and being able to utilize the effects of the H-Wave in that situation, we might not win that game. We have the more expensive machines that are supposed to do, great things, move heaven and earth, make stars appear, those sort of things. The facts of the matter are, there's no machine that I've used yet that I know of that I can put on somebody and block their pain at a level that the H-Wave does. There just isn't one. I can get pain relief with the more expensive machines, but the drawback is that pain relief only lasts for as long as they're hooked up to the machine. So for that 20 minutes that they're hooked up to that electrical modality, not feeling the pain, they're feeling the pins and needles sensation or whatever more harsh sensation you get from those machines. And it goes away as soon as you turn the power off. The H-Wave, I have observed, and my patients have observed, that that's not the case once that machine comes off. They are still pain-free. They have their motion. They're able to move and go through their normal motion and do their normal activities without pain. That pain is blocked. None of the other machines do that for us. Here, we aren't really big on the modalities. The ultrasound, the electrical stim, I don't do a lot with those, to be honest. Our more expensive machines sit here basically and collect a lot of dust, because our thought process is, if we're going to rely on the electrical modalities to treat our kids, are they really correcting the issues that they have? No. You need to do manual things to correct those things. So they have no place. What really swayed me about the H-Wave machine was it actually does what it says it's supposed to do. It can block pain so that now that person that I wanted to do an exercise and get deeper on a single leg squat to turn their muscles on, I can block that pain, now have them go do the exercise pain-free, and now we're getting everything to fire. That other machine, I can't necessarily do that. Why would you not utilize that machine? There's no side effects. You can have pain relief all day long when you're not doing your actual activity. It's not habit forming.